Welcome to the Shit Slinky Made Me Watch. I'm your host, KC, here with another shitty review about shitty horror films recommended by that sumbitch Slinky. Here to talk to you about Zombie Ass, Toilet of the Dead. It was released in 2011. And this one, it starts out with a zombie with like a collar and a chain around its neck, and this doctor with with like a boxing glove, and it's just like beating the shit out of his stomach, trying to get something to come out of him. And this thing ends up coming out. You're not sure exactly what it is just yet, but later on in the film you do find out. And then we had a high driver. He's on like a bunch of drugs, and this guy like jumps out of the van, puking his guts out all over the side of the road. And not the same guy, the high guy. He seemed all right, just really, really high. And then it moves on to some strange fishing with like a net, and this girl is like looking for tapeworms for some reason because she wants to become a model because she's like so hot, but I guess she thinks she's too fat to be a model, so she's trying to eat tapeworms. It's very strange. And then also like some really weird tongue sucking kissing. It was just very strange to see. I've never seen kissing like that before. Maybe it's something they do over there, so I'm not judging. If that's what they do, that's all good. But it just seemed a little strange to me. But after all this fishing and everything goes on, they end up finding a tapeworm, and this girl ends up swallowing the thing. It's very nasty to see. A little bit later on, we had some balls getting smashed by this one girl that's basically like trained in martial arts in some way or another. And then we have our very first zombie attack where this guy gets his finger bitten off. And pretty decent effects with this. The blood and everything looked great. Didn't look too low budget. Um, Most of the effects and everything for this movie looked pretty good, and most of the part pretty practical. And then we had the chick that ended up swallowing the tapeworm earlier. She ends up getting some horrible gas, and she's like holding on her ass cheeks together because she's farting so bad. And she eventually gets to this outhouse that doesn't have a toilet in it. It's just kind of like a hole in the ground with a bunch of shit. And I'm guessing that might be just how their outhouses are over there. Never been there, so I mean that maybe that's normal, but a little strange. Um, but eventually you see this guy's head come floating through the sewage, and it was very disgusting to see. But while this girl is trying to take a shit, this guy ends up getting like a whole face full of like yellow gas, and it was absolutely hilarious. I did love that part of the movie, and this whole movie has a lot of laughs. Right after that scene, there was a huge horde of shitmen zombies that are just covered in sewage, and they start like pulling shit out of their pockets and just like throwing shit at all the friends or whatever they're there. Absolutely hilarious. I love that part of it. Oh, damn! Guess it's time for the shit break. If you don't know what the shit break is, this is where we take a quick break in the show to allow you to get your thoughts or comments onto the show. All you have to do is comment on the discussion thread in our Facebook group, Horror After Midnight. Also, there is a weekly contest. There used to be a meme contest. We're not doing that anymore because it doesn't seem like too many people are able to do that. So we're trying something a little easier. All you have to do is comment on this video, hashtag shitbreak, to be entered for a chance to win. The more comments, the more chances to win. So just go ahead and comment below, and the winner will be picked at random to see who's the shit king or shit queen of the week and see how that works out. You'll be entered for a chance to win all kinds of cool prizes. So we'll see how that goes. We also do have some comments on this week's episode. First up, we have Shane Terry. I have been wanting to see this for ages. Shane Terry should definitely check this out, man. I think you'll really enjoy it. And then Aaron Poe, he says, "Oh, hell yeah, just watch this. I'm sure you really enjoyed it, as I did." Then we had Franklin Correa. I'm not going to read the entire comment because it was pretty long, but basically he was saying, "I don't know if this is the same one, but if so, it's probably one of the most outlandish movies I've ever seen." And yes, I can agree with that, for sure, man. And then we had Junior McLean. "This is a straight up reminder to sanitize your toilet and bathroom to avoid crap like this from happening. Now you see they made a film out of it. I totally agree with you there. Definitely keep it clean." Now let's get back to the show. Right after this attack from this horde of shit zombies, they end up getting inside, and one of the girls ends up sitting on the zombie's head, causing it to explode. So now they finally have figured out how they kill these zombies, which is the same in just about every single movie with zombies. And right after this, the dude that got his finger bitten off earlier in the film, his head starts to like expand and eventually just ends up exploding. But when it does that, blood just goes all over all of his friends. The way they get infected is a bit strange in this movie. It's not like a normal zombie. It's like this huge tapeworm thing with teeth and a brain that ends up like coming out of their ass. Really strange, but completely funny. Loved it. And we did have some nudity in this film. Not a lot. It wasn't like, your average slasher or nothing like that. But there was a very strange nude scene with a couple girls just hugging. That's about the only real nudity you get until about the end of the film, where one of the girls has like her nipple hanging out for like a minute or two, which is a little strange too. Didn't really need it. It was just kind of there. A little while later, the group learns that the doctor fed them pasta that was mixed with eggs of this parasite. So it's not really like a tapeworm. It's like a parasite thing with teeth and everything that basically they ate the eggs of. So now they're all infected. And the same thing that he was doing to all these people that was from the village, um, trying to help his daughter in some way. She has some type of disease that this parasite helps. It somehow kills white blood cells and has been keeping his daughter alive. So it's this mad scientist thing going on in this film. A little bit later, we had these backwards, ass up, walking zombies, basically like on their hands and feet, walking with their asses in the air, and each one of them has one of these parasites sticking out the back of it, and it's like chasing after these people. It was pretty funny to see, and the way they choreographed it and everything. It was kind of cool, but funny. It was very funny. A lot of the different scenes in this movie just completely outrageous, and you can't help but laugh at it. A little bit later on, the chick that ate the tapeworm earlier, the girl that says she wants to be a model and everything, her eyes like pop all the way out of her head, and then like her whole head splits in half, and she ends up transforming in some type of queen parasite zombie creature thing. After that, this queen and the doctor's daughter is like with her, like being held somehow, and this queen's like flying around up in the air. And then the main actress in the film, she's like kind of like the martial arts type girl I was talking about earlier. She starts using her gas that's in her stomach and ass, similar to like a jet, to just like keep herself like flying in the air. So she's just constantly farting, and this yellow gas is coming out. Another completely ridiculous scene, but too funny not to laugh at. Um, for this movie, it was just over the top. Really, it was. I absolutely, really, really enjoyed it. That doesn't happen very often on this show. And this, I believe, is the first time ever that this is going to happen. But for this movie, all around, something, definitely check it out if you have not seen it. This movie is just awesome. A lot of laughs, good effects, good acting, and just completely outrageous. For this movie, I give it 4 shit stains. Case says, check it out. We'll be back next time to talk to you about bloody murder. As always, I'll see you guys next time. Stay classy, folks.